Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Wolfie here, and welcome back to my FK Partizan save on FN15. Don't know what episode this is, but we have got the cup game against Borak Kakak in the cup strategy. And yeah, we're going with this tactic here. We've got Kojic up front, Trijic on the left, Babovic behind Kojic. On the right, we've got Grivic, Brasinac in midfield, and defensive midfield, we've got Petrovic, Fabricio, Serkovic, and Ilic in defense there, and Lukac in goal, who's actually wanted by Spartak Moscow. I think it's Spartak Moscow, I'm not too sure. On the bench here, a few of the youngsters. Bojinov is not playing due to the fact that he's just he threatened me. I don't do threats. He said that he can make my time here really. I forgot to put him in the reserve. He said that he can make my time here really like horrible because I wasn't playing him. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with this. So I transfer listed him. He got an offer. He's leaving at the end of January, but till then he can play in the reserves because I have no place for any player who wants to threaten me. Like, it just doesn't work with me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this game and hope we can secure another win and move on to the semi-final. Here we go, lads. Cup game against Borak, sorry, that's the name. Borak, that's the name. Just got confused there. We have got the highlights on extended, so this will be most of the full match, and we've already got a chance. Wow, Ilic, really? Come on, like, you know, we've been training well, right? Can you not have a first touch like that? That was absolutely horrific. We've got Krunic on the ball here, who tries to get past Petrovic. Petrovic takes a tackle. The ball goes to Brasinac here, through to Kojic. He's very deadly lately. Oh, tries to find a pass to Grivic, but doesn't get there. And Serkovic clears that ball out, and that goes on for a throw-on. In 10 minutes, it's still 0-0. Just want to talk about something while I'm making this video, and that is literally one of the... I really don't know your name. I'm really sorry, but I will get your name and I'll link it in the comments, the description down below. But one of the followers of this series, I'm guessing he's a Partizan fan. He told me to watch the Derby Days series from Copper 90, and it was the Derby Day game, which is the derby, obviously, between Red Star and FK Partizan. And I was like, okay, you know, if I have time, I'll watch it. I didn't, not in a disrespectful way, but I wasn't really, you know, kind of leaning towards it. I was kind of like, you know, I'm obviously expecting it to be. And we're through 1-0, an own goal from Militek. I don't know, but yeah, that happened. Anyway, so let's go back. So basically, one of the fans of the series, who I'm guessing is a Partizan follower and supporter, he told me to watch the Derby Day series on Copper 90 about Red Star and Partizan and their derby. So I was like, okay, cool. Wasn't really, you know, keen on watching it because, you know, I was like, I already know why I'm doing this save, and the reason why I'm doing this save obviously is to get, you know, Partizan back into the Champions League final and all that good stuff. But I kind of just was like, all right, look, I've got nothing to do now. At this certain time when I was thinking this, I was like, I've got nothing to do, so let me just watch it and see what it's about. So I did find the video and I clicked on it and, you know, sat back and relaxed and watched it. As it got deeper into the video's about 15 minutes long. I will link it in the description down below. As it got deeper into the video, I started to get more tense leading up to the game, and that was because of how much the presenter and the guys they were interviewing were talking about how big the derby is and how important the derby is, you know, how the rumors about the domestic violence and stuff has happened, and, you know, kind of brought down this derby and made it seem like it's not an actual good derby, and it's horrible to attend, and, you know, a lot of people don't want to go to a Partizan game, you know, because obviously there are supporters around the world or around Europe that do support Partizan or Red Star but don't want to go to the derby, apparently, because the keeper, because of, you know, stories about the violence that happens during the derby games. And one of the fans was saying, oh, Kojic, you beaut, 11th goal of the season, we're 2-0 up. One of the fans was saying, you know, actually it's not, well, it was Vujanic, I think that's how you say his name. Vujanic was actually saying, well, actually no, it's not violent. People just make up these stories and exaggerate them. It's actually a great atmosphere to be upon. And, you know, he's like, I can't wait. And we're 3-0 up before half time. He's like, I can't wait. So I was like, cool. I want to, and then Copenhagen were like, oh, we need to get cameras in. We what should we do? Is it right to record? And one of the guys were like, if I were you, I would not record, due to the fact, because of the stories, these fans don't like to be filmed. And he's like, so what would happen if I took my camera in? And the guy replied, well, I don't really want to answer that. So anyway, they spoke. I'm guessing they spoke to Partizan, because it was a home game for Partizan, and they actually got access to have sideline filming. So they film in sideline, obviously, where the actual real cameras are for the game. And literally they were like showing all the clips and highlights and stuff, and the passion in these fans for Partizan and Red Star is absolutely unbelievable. You think you see passion when you watch Chelsea and Liverpool play. You think you see passion when you see Arsenal and Tottenham play. You think you see passion when you see United versus City. That is like 30% of the passion that these Partizan and Red Star fans show. And I'm not saying, and Man City fans and United fans are not passionate, because we are. Because I'm a United fan myself. I know we are. I know we're passionate. I know that all Premier League teams, when it comes to derby games, are passionate. I know there are other derbies, Dortmund versus Schalke. Obviously I support Dortmund, so I know about that. Dortmund versus Schalke, that's a very passionate derby. You've got Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's another passionate derby. But these guys, mate, are legit the real deal. And I mean, like, talking the real deal. Like, these guys are so real. It's crazy. And obviously they got the flares going off, and the only real destruction in that derby game there was the fact that the seats were on fire. I think the Red Star fans set the Partizan seats on fire. I'm not going to give away the score, because you guys can watch the video yourself. But mate, the passion from the fans literally has, like, it gave me, I had goosebumps watching it. And it wasn't the live game, it was just footage of the game. I had goosebumps watching it, and just because of the passion of the fans, it's made me more motivated about this series. Not to say I was unmotivated by this series at all, because I did say at the start of this that I'm actually really proud that I've decided to do this series, because it's going to be a long, drawn out process. It's not going to be easy. But then I saw the passion about the fans, and I really, as gay and as gay as and silly as this sounds, I actually want to do this now more for the fans rather than for my own good. Like, this is obviously for my own good, everyone does a save 50% because of the subscribers that they have, and they want to entertain people, and then the other 50% of it is literally for your own ego, because you want to do well with that club, and you want to be the man. You want to be the man. You want to be the man to get them there. And this isn't for my own ego, for my own purposes anymore. This is literally for the Partizan fans, because when I'm telling you now, for Red Star or for Partizan, when they win their derby game against each other, whoever wins, it's like winning the Champions League. It literally is like winning the Champions League. And they call their fans, the fans call them over, and literally, like, Partizan and Red Star players have microphones and they're singing their theme songs. Like, literally, it's absolutely incredible. And I'm so grateful that guy told me to watch that video, because it's made me, it's really opened my eyes about how big Partizan actually is. And he even said that, he's like, mate, bro, you need to watch this video so you can actually see how big Partizan actually is. And I didn't realize it. I actually didn't realize how big Partizan actually was, especially in their own country. And now it's kind of opened my eyes a bit, and I'm kind of like, whoo, hang on a minute, this team actually, should the negativity go away from that league, and should the negativity go away from that derby, that league could potentially be really, really good. And obviously, they obviously need better facilities, like training facilities, new stadiums and stuff, because some of the stadiums are a bit outdated. Let's not lie. I saw you see it in the video. But should they get, so should some massive gajillion billionaire come in, or should Santander or something like Barclays take over the league and be like, oh, we're gonna call it the Santander League or whatever, something like that. I don't know, I'm making up something. And then just invest in all the teams, and all the teams get new stadiums, new facilities, everything. That league has a lot of potential because of the passion of the fans. And the presenter, I don't really know his name for Copenhagen, but he said something very key, and it's something I want to keep with everyone who is watching this video. Football nowadays is kind of not about what is on the pitch, but what goes on behind the scenes. And this is just an example. A lot of people support Dortmund because of what goes on behind the scenes. Dortmund is such a, when you watch Dortmund, when you look at Dortmund, or you look at their training, you look at their colored kits, you look at their press conferences, you look at how well and tidy and presented they are, you kind of just like start to fall in love with them. And then you watch their football on the pitch, and you're just like, this team's perfect. Do you know what I mean? And I agree with that. Like, for me, I started watching Dortmund around 2003, 2004, and that's when I started supporting them. And this is going off topic here, but it was mainly because of the color of their kit. And then I started seeing like the like yellow everywhere, and I was just like, oh, this is nice. And I started seeing the passion about all the passion from the fans and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really, really nice. And then I started to see and then obviously I started to see their football and stuff, and I was like, oh, this team's actually pretty cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with this team. It's pretty cool. And that's how it all began. So I guess it is really about what goes off the pitch nowadays rather than what's on the pitch. But that was just a little story and a little situation that I thought I'd take you through that game. We did win 3-0. A really good result, which means that we are now through to the semi-final, I'm guessing. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this episode and you enjoyed the story, leave a like. I'll also make sure that I put the video in the description down below, so you guys can go check that out. It's on Copper 90, or you can just go on Copper 90's channel and go on their Derby Day series, and it should be linked under there. Hopefully you guys are good, and I will see you next time. Peace.